Game on, everybody! Division 7 action once again, and we have a 5-man support team today. 500 MS is playing this best of 3 series against LFXD, and on the left side, Drugvor on Lulcio. We have Dark Cloud on Karazim, the snazzy Penguin on Rhaegar. We have Ixen on Alexstrasza, and another noob on Uther. So we go full support, baby, and let's see what they can actually do with that. On the other side, though, we have LFXD with Chris on Greymane, Bio Steven on Johanna. Not to be mixed up with the mechanical Steven, but Little Pony on Kalthas. Blaze Edge on Oriel, and Sir Cypress on Arthas. This is Division 7, which means that the average rank of these players is between bronze and gold. And obviously, keep in mind, we're going to make quite a little bit of fun of the plays and the players here. This is the lowest league of the HeroesLounge amateur scene, but everybody is on the same board here. So, as mentioned in the past, this is not really the place to get offended on someone else's behalf, especially since everybody here is absolutely happy with being criticized and made fun of. That's why we're here in the first place. But as it stands, the big question is obviously, can they actually win this game? First of all, we have a little bit of the question with 5 supports is, where does the damage come from? With Uther, you have stuns that you can already bring through. That's quite nice. You have the potential Bloodlust, Rhaegar. You can get damage out with Rhaegar in the first place. Karazim can be quite nice. A bit of Beast stepping up to the top. My Little Pony already getting a little bit nasty here. We have Iron Fist taken as a level 1 talent for Karazim. And we have obviously, in addition to that, with Uther also quite a bit of crowd control. But here come the sprays, the B-steps the entire time. And down to the bottom of the map, as we are on Volskaya in our first game of the series, we actually see the camp taken roughly at the time that you would need to go for that. Now, without Rhaegar and his lightning shield, you need a little bit longer in order to get it. They need to kind of hurry up with it too, because Bio Steven wants it. And can they get it? Not quite! And the 5-man support is on the way out already. The snazzy Penguin, once again, super snazzy here. Up in the middle, another noob needs to be a bit careful today without Artanis, which is a benefit for his team. I mean, no matter what else he picks, it can only be an advantage, because we know his win rate on Artanis. It's not looking too good. Let's just put it like that. That's putting it mildly, to be honest. But yeah, towards the top, My Little Pony is once again set up, this time against 3, and yeah, shows that minion who's boss. Oh yeah! That gravity lapse was something that frontline minion did not expect whatsoever, I can tell you that much. Now, when we're talking about talents on the red team side, we have pretty much what you would expect. Then again, we have also the Supersonic right now for Lucio. Full-on lightning shield build apparently for Rhaegar is what we're currently getting in this game. And we should see a couple of prolonged team fights here, to say the least. So, then again, you look at the level 4 with Conviction now for Johanna. Obviously, the first objective is now getting announced. And the question is what they're going to get with that. The Little Pony is duking it out with Uther all the way at the top. But there's assistance coming already, as Chris on his Greymane is moving in now too. Level 4 talents now fully employed on both sides, as we're having the control point unlock in another 10 seconds. But the support team needs to try and get sustained through here. There's obviously a little bit of a lack of wave clear outside of Rhaegar, and generally speaking, I would have expected Lily to be added if you go for a 5 support setup. Lily is actually not too shabby. There's a couple of other supports that I would have also liked to see here, if I'm completely honest with you. But as it stands, they still need to get something done. And they lose the position nearly instantly against the red team, but at least they have a bit of a push coming all the way up through the top, where they have maybe a bit of an advantage. Even down here at the bottom, on the other hand, the bombs are spreading. The snazzy Penguin, not so snazzy right now, is actually on fire at this point, and not in a good way. But we have the attack coming in. Supports everywhere. It's just heals, 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 heals. Trying to get the opponent pushed out. Once again, it's Kalthas and the value. They're going for Sir Cypress, and they might get a kill. Arthas, and they can't get it. But they turn it around quickly. And all of a sudden, with a stun, Bio Steven goes down. Bio Steven goes down. Well, bombs are still being spread, but regardless of that, we're having Lucio survive too. Can't kill anything, and all of a sudden there's a second kill. Yeah, Greymane eliminated as well. 11-7 talents are early in play, and they have a chance to get the first objective here. Now, it's a little bit too early to call it, but with 2 kills against 0, they have at least done well in the first team fight. They even steal the camp at the bottom away right now, as it seems, and that would give them another item. which is always welcome, of course. The Hand of Freedom in play. We're having the Grounded Totem on level 7. Seems like someone doesn't know how to play around the cleanse. And we're also getting, in addition to that, the Binding Speed. But the fight isn't over yet. LFXD is trying to go for it here. They have their level 7 talents now too, which give us, in the case of Khaldor, the Burned Flesh. And here they come. Once more, Lucio coming in from the top, going for the boop. Should have maybe tried to make that a useful one and not just simply use it because it was ready. But there we have the attack against him. Lucio in a little bit of trouble. Uther needs to be careful too. The heals come through. Massive amount of sustain on the blue team. And 500 MS is getting another kill. 3 kills against 0. And Lucio is rushing away once again. Division 7 definitely delivering here. Oriel frontlining a little bit, because why not? But that's gonna be an objective for the blue team. Yeah, she's trying to buy a little bit more time here, but that's just asking for more trouble. And honestly, if there would have been anybody with a stun ready, that could have been another kill there too. Obviously, there's no real burst damage on the side of the blue team, outside of maybe with level 10 abilities. But here we go. The rotation towards the top. So at least from a macro perspective, they're making the right moves right now. Need to burn this wave down. Maybe even go for Arthur's here, but shouldn't really try to overchase that for too much. It's all about the fountain, trying to prepare for the next objective, and that's exactly what they're homing in onto. Trying to get the fountain down, shields are already gone, there's a few more attacks coming in, and as long as they're getting that bad boy, they're all Gucci. Especially since at the bottom of the map, Rhaegar is delivering more experience into the hands of the blue team, which should give them an early level 10. The wall is gone, and they can safely retreat from here on out. So yeah, Rhaegar is scoring this one in. Didn't even use the shield, what the hell? Did he? It doesn't seem like he didn't use the lightning shield here. Even with the globes that he got, he should be a little bit low on mana. There we go. And mad damage against the wall. Well, maybe not mad enough, but yeah. Talking about mad, we have level 10 abilities coming up, and that's when the real fun starts. That's when we definitely want to see how this is going to work out for them. I expect Bloodlust, I'm going to be honest with you. That has to be Bloodlust. I mean, what else are you going to pick? If you're all about the damage right now, then go for Bloodlust. Rush them down. They have enough here. Yeah, Bloodlust, Divine Storm, 7-sided should be the next choice. And yep, there we have it. Also, the sound barrier is still taken, and we have the Cleansing Flame. And with that, the attack for the next item. And with 3 kills to 0, a level advantage, looking pretty solid here. They get the item advantage over their opponent. They could make a rotation to the bottom of the map. Get the 2 turrets. Especially since Greymin is already going on for that one. With level 10 abilities, they might be able to surprise them there. But then, again, they have 2 heroes sitting at the top lane. So it doesn't look that advantageous anymore. At the bottom of the map, still 1 turret taken, which gives them the lead in items. But this is now where the party obviously starts for the red team. With level 10 in their own hands, they have the Blessed Shield, they have Aegis, and they also have a lot more sustain on Arthur's, because he's currently rocking the Army of the Dead. And we have to go for the throat here. So it's time to shine. This is really a moment where we could see LFXD turn this slightly around. Rotation towards the top. Another nuke gets caught and goes down. Completely wrecked. Didn't have a chance to do anything. No Divine Storm, no nothing. I didn't even see that one coming. But the attack keeps coming. And this is of course now the moment when you need to be a little bit more careful about objective number 2. They destroyed the fountain. That is definitely giving them a slight advantage on the top lane, since they have a fallback option where they can add a little bit more sustain. I'm not so sure why everybody rotates in the middle. But what the hell is this? They're abandoning the top lane completely. The fountain gets taken out, and the advantage that they fought for with the protector is gone. Yeah, that was a rotation that nobody saw coming, probably because it didn't make any sense whatsoever. But a massive rotation into the middle for 0 value and abandoning the top lane put them in a spot where they're pretty much dead even with their opponent right now. So I'm not sure what the intent was here. Maybe they thought they could kill Arthur's in the middle, but that was a very optimistic endeavor, to put it bluntly. And that didn't work. I mean, it wasn't even close. So now we have level 12 for both teams. We have both fountains down on the left and the right side. And the protector is spawning, or the checkpoint is spawning in another 20 seconds. Rhaegar's still sitting at the bottom of the map a little bit longer. But let's see what's gonna happen here. We have down at the bottom of the map Rhaegar trying to get some extra experience. Arthur's gonna deal with that. as the side laner for his team here. That's actually one of the big advantages, just generally speaking, that you have so much frontline right now and so much sustain, so much CC with Arthurs and the slows, with the Howling Blast, the Blessed Shield, Condemn and slows on their side too. And there we go. Arthurs is still sitting at the bottom of the map, so the 5-man towards the top is going to give them a slight advantage with the level 13 talent. Red team is playing it safe, just waiting for their own 13. Talking about 13, well met at this point. A little bit more damage. We're also having the tidal waves over the shield that Rega could have gotten here. And also Quicksilver at this point. Actually a little bit more surprised to see not more damage talents coming from Heresy just in general. I mean, already we have the attack towards the top, and that's the 5 versus 5 that we've been waiting for, with the Pyromaniac also for Khaldor now for the cooldown reduction. Army of the Dead is in. Here's the sound barrier, and the ult on the side of Uther. 7-sided has been used to, everybody pressing the R button, and that also includes blood losses. They're trying to go for a kill, but they need to coordinate the attack a little bit better if they really want to get something done here. They spread it way too much. It's already a problem when you have real damage dealers. If you have supports, you need to definitely go on the same target, and they totally missed that. Now the damage is spread, and that's an easy triple kill with Lulcio, Uther, and Alexstrasza getting completely demolished here. Top lane is open, and that turned quickly. That's a level lead now for LFXD. Yeah, 5 supports can be kind of memey and kind of fun, but the problem is if you really play with 5 supports, you need to be on the same page when you make your move. You can't split the damage. You don't have anybody that is in a position where they can take a hero down by themselves, pretty much. You need to make sure that it's a coordinated attack, and there's nothing that we've seen here. Arthur's falling then again. Okay. That was a little bit out of nowhere, but okay, they get that kill, so the red team might have to retreat. It's one of the reasons, by the way, why I expected Lily to come in. Getting the Water Dragon isn't really bad, and then having a couple of blinds available in the fight isn't too shabby either. And one of Lily's biggest disadvantages is that she obviously doesn't have any targeted heals, but if you're running a 5 healer setup anyways, then you don't give a shit about that. She puts some healing numbers out, the rest of the team has direct heals on any target that you want, so Lily can actually add a bit more value. But by now we're having the Protector taken again by the blue team. They actually snuck that away, and they even get the item. So despite the fact that they're losing heroes here, they win objective number 2. So they're going for it again, and, well, go all the way down to the bottom of the map, preparing for the next objective. You don't see that move all the time because, well, it's still a long rotation to make, and you lose obviously a bit of time on the objective, but they get the fountain, so they prep for objective number 3. Let's see if they can maybe even take the entire fort here, at least damage it a little bit. The kill would of course be great too. Arthas is fighting it out in the middle of the map with Uther. Wonder who's winning that battle. And there's a bit more damage that comes through with the Protector. As long as they keep winning the objectives, they're gonna be fine here. They're gonna be absolutely Gucci. So the red team just said like, maybe we don't want this objective after all. But yeah, they get good damage out. Now we're having still our little setup here in the middle. Arthas gets stunned and he takes him down. 5 kills against 4. There we go. The quintuple support setup is rocking it. And they're even getting some value at the top side where the minion wave pushes into the fort and starts to relieve it of hit points. Apparently Lulcio was thinking about going for the infamous Lucio flank. That didn't quite work out for him. Well, actually didn't quite make the move, so that's okay. But there's the level 16 talents. Okay, so we have a cooldown reduction with the Draconian Discipline. That's an important one. We're also seeing the Totem for Rhaegar. I'm really surprised that we're not seeing more damage abilities on their side. I mean, Rhaegar could have at least gone for a couple of the bite talents that he has and tried to rock that. That would have been good for him, especially on the 16. At least Kharazim needs to pick some of those now. Level 20 can, of course, still offer a bit of a relief there, but considering that you should have enough heal as it is, there we go. Now we have the way of 100 fists at least, so there we have it. I mean, with this, what else do we get here? We have at the bottom of the map the fort nearly taken down. 5 kills against 4 at this point. Let's look at the numbers actually for just a second. Okay, Camp is stole away. Yeah, incredible 23,000 damage from Uther. 13,000 only from Rhaegar. That's a little bit of a shame. He could have definitely gone for a different build that would have allowed him to get more damage through there. But here comes the attack again, and Uther is dead once more. Not even pushing any stuns out. Yeah, that ult from Lucio hasn't really worked out there. So a bit unfortunate for them. That's 5 kills against 5. It seems like the red team is all of a sudden starting to gain that, well, to use that momentum to crush them. Top 4 has been eliminated. In the middle of the map, they're busying themselves dropping the second one, and with the rotation towards the bottom of the map, they might even be able to do a little bit more. Taking on the fountain would help. Having Greyman, of course, in the lineup helps them against structures as it is. 0 kills against Kalthas thus far. And Kalthas by now has also the Fury of the Sunwell. Alright, another setup here at the top. Lucio down. They're trying to go for Alex. Can't get her. At the bottom of the map, though. Arthur's in trouble. And he gets away with a good Howling Blast. And tries to turn it around now. The snazzy Penguin. Yep, he is completely isolated. And this is just, like, run, Forest, run. The doggy is on the run. And the doggy is gonna get away. Yeah. Nobody's gonna get that Rhaegar. Or are they? Ah, they should be able to pull it off. Alright, but they are getting another kill, apparently. Once again, stun doesn't do anything, and another noob. Yeah, he came, he saw, and he actually survived. Okay. Well done. He actually survived this. I thought he would just die again. But nope, not the case. Talking about things that die, or things that go boom. Up at the top, that fort is so low, it's going to go boom eventually. The one at the bottom of the map is pretty much in the same situation, so both of them should be eliminated soon. I would not mind if they would move in for that. But talking about moving in for things, we have another objective coming up. Item control is not really something that the blue team has focused on outside the beginning of the game, but they still hold a healing beacon, and they're now trying to get at least another turret. It might be an optimistic endeavor, since they are now running straight into the opponent. That's also a choke point fight that they're taking against Kalthas. That might be optimistic. And the kill against Alexstrasza. She gets the item out. That's something, but that is not a battle that the red team that the blue team wants to take. Not at all. No 7-sided being used. No cleansing flame. That's easy 3 kills for LFXD right here. At a perfect moment in time as the objective is on the map. They have level 19, nearly level 20 now. And 9 kills against 5 finally. So it seems like at least this late game is looking a little bit better for the red team. And that fight and location have obviously been beneficial for them too. Again, coming back to the point that I made earlier, I think there are a few talent choices that could have been made on the blue team to boost their damage output a little bit. And as they are playing a lineup where it's already difficult enough to get kills, they need to coordinate attacks properly in order to go onto the same target. So, well, with this we're now having another attempt to come in from the side from Cypress on his Arthurs. That doesn't quite work out, but we're gonna have 5 versus 5 soon enough. But there's level 20s now. Unleashed comes in. And the Master of Flames, God knows why we see that talent. Because we definitely don't need that. I mean, if you go on a Flame Strike, well, I mean, it's Division 7 after all. So at the end of the day, Kalthas hasn't died yet. If he feels safe enough, why not? Doesn't have to stand far back if he wants to go for that. Then yeah, but a normal game would have obviously seen Flamethrower here. But it doesn't seem that the blue team has a lot of chances to capitalize on him mispositioning a little bit or being too far out. So I guess in that case it's actually okay. And bot lane fort is obviously going to fall. The top fort, by the way, on the side of the red team is going to be eliminated eventually. There's the stun. There's the bloodlust. Nice Aegis. That was a good one. And the ult's all being used. Where's the 7-sided? Yes, you can't isolate a target, but still, there we have it. And it doesn't even hit a hero because he uses it too late, unless I'm completely blind. They're going in for the kill attempt, but the penguin is dead. Yeah, Dragon Queen is there, but they're losing too much. And again, nice save by Oriel. She actually saved the target there just in the last moment. And even on the back, we're now having another noob on Uther just again on the run, trying to buy his team a little bit more time. The Gravity Lapse connects on the other hand, and that should be the end of Uther. Uther down, ladies and gentlemen. And this is looking worse and worse and worse for them. There's level 20, still half a level away for the blue team. But I mean, 5 supports, apparently not enough to keep them alive here. 5 kills against 11. We're still having, in terms of damage, I would say Kerosene probably ahead. Yep, 33,000. Uther still on 32. Truck War on the run. And there we have it. They keep attacked, and they should be able to get this one. With 2 heroes down on the blue team side and the Protector still up for a bit longer, that's definitely an easy kill for them. I mean, if you think about it, Greymane alone has as much damage as the top 2 damage dealers on the blue team side. That isn't bad. That is actually pretty good. Yeah, when it comes to the draft, I really expected a few different supports to come through there. Lily would be one of my prime examples of a support that you probably want with this particular setup. If you want to capitalize on some heroic abilities, then even Malfurion might have been a good choice, since you can go into the Twilight Dream and then get a silence through. So there's a few heroes that I would say add a bit more value than what we're seeing here right now, if you want to go into that particular setup, but hell, they are at least trying to go for it. And the early game looked great. A bit more coordination, a couple of different talents could have made things a little bit more exciting in the late game. But now that we have level 20 abilities, who knows? We might have a chance there. Redemption on Ruby Wings. Gladiator's Washout. I have no fucking idea what that does. Okay, healing is increased because they need healing. Yeah, totally. Totally need healing. Couldn't go on for anything else here. Never seen that talent in my life, by the way. It's like never seen that. And where we are also the Bossa Nova now taken. So even more passive talents now on level 20. I would have least liked Rhaegar to go into his rewind, if anything. But yeah. With that, we're now having 5 kills against 11. And obviously with only 1 keep eliminated, I think we're going to look at objective number 3 in the middle of the map. As Karazim jumps in and tries to get a little bit of value. Punches away. But yeah. 18, by the way. Not done with that yet. 20 minutes into the game. A little bit difficult here. Item control, by the way. Look at this. 3 turrets on those 3 heroes alone. Then you have a healing beacon. Blue team is obviously way behind when it comes to items. Okay, 7-sided strike is in. Bit of a death zone. Uther walks into it. No shame. That's the Bossa Nova being pushed out. Quest completed, but Uther is down. Redemption can give him some value. Can they get the kill? It doesn't look likely. Lucy on the run, and Uther is finally falling as well. Coming back and getting dropped again, isn't he? Another noob, another noob, another noob, another kill. There we go. Down and out. Support killed by a support here. Kind of fitting in this game. And with that, now we're looking at 13 kills against 5. Yes, they look good with this one. Control point is going to unlock in just a few moments. And with another objective, the red team would take this through the bot lane. I mean, it's pretty much a guaranteed win if they take this one. But we have 40 seconds. 39 on Uther. Might be able to make a little bit of a comeback there. So obviously they're taking the position and they have so many items. It's getting kind of ridiculous here. Damage output for Greymane has just increased. 75,000 for him now. And well, Lucio is adding 32,000 damage. It's not really coordinated damage that we're seeing on their end. Another noob, by the way, is keeping his legacy alive by dying 7 times in this game. Playing the frontline. We have to at least admit he's playing the frontliner, so it's the American tank variation. Like, technically it's 4 supports and a tank. If you look at the A meta, then it's 4 supports and a tank that they're playing here. Yeah, I have to drop an item to get an item. Actually, not quite, but they dropped it anyways. And they're going for the objective, but there's a 5 versus 5, and that might be the last one that they're getting here. They're trying to make the play. They're trying to go for it with another desperate attempt. The Hail Mary move, trying to go straight in. They have to. They're posturing around, but they need to make the play at some point. Another noob is on the run. That's a picture we used to. And they're going for Sir Cypress right here. So let's see if they can maybe get a kill on anybody. They're just running around. They're actually not even trying. That's the bloodlust. And who's the target? They go for Greymane, and yeah, Karazim didn't even join the fight. At least not where it mattered. Karazim down, the objective simply handed over. Uther is dead again. I don't think he had his 20 back up, and this should be the end of game number 1 in this best of 3 series, as the 5-man support is, unfortunately for the blue team, not really able to put a dent into LFXD, at least in the late game. With Lucio dead again, that's 16 kills against 5. And despite the interesting and advantageous early and early mid-game, it seems this is going to be the end of the road for 500 MS on Volskaya Foundry. That's a quick move against the core, and guys, this is going to be it for sure. Catapults on the core as well, and that is game! As we are heading into game number 2 of this best of 3 series as Division 7. 5-man support down. They needed healing, and they didn't get it. Alright everybody, game on! Game number 2, we're on Cursed Hollow and the lead goes to LFXD. This time it seems the blue team decided that they want to play an actual game and that 5 supports are not quite the characters and heroes that you want to have in this. Well, still, they should have probably taken some other supports if they really want to pull that off. But as it stands, we have Drugvor on Hanzo, Ixen on Malfurion, Darkcloud on Maiev, another noob on Rexa, and Snazzy Penguin on Johanna. To the right side of the map, LFXD in Division 7 with Chris on Imperius, Bio Steven on Anubrak, Blazech on Rhaegar, My Little Pony on Jaina, and Sir Cypress on Failstat. Alrighty, so let's see what we're gonna get in game number 2. Cursed Hollow is of course a very different map already. I mean, we have a Failstat 1 global in the game. I'm a little bit surprised that we don't get more than that, considering the size of the map here. Also, for the time being, we're having at the bottom of the map, actually on the solo lane, Rexa, so another noob is gonna sit tight here with Mishan, trying to control the experience. Nubarak all the way at the front here, going into a build, focusing a little bit more on the carapace. Spell armor increase here from him. And up to the top, Maiev, already on 50% HP, apparently pretty easily wrecked by Failstat in the early stages, who just now goes for Wingman. A bit late, so apparently without a talent he already did well against Maiev, as it seems. But let's see, down to the bottom of the map. Still a 2-for-1. Misha making it possible again. And they're going actually now also for the camp. So 1 minute in, we're having Hanzo at the top lane, also trying to go for it. Okay, here comes the Maiev play. Tries to go straight in, and that hammer is a little bit too late. I'm actually curious to see what Sir Cypress does on level 4 and level 7. This is Division 7 after all. And we had some bad experience with the Nubarak players level 16 talent with Failstat on level 7. So I hope that in this case at least we're going to get some talents that make sense there. But Division 7 never ceases to amaze, so wouldn't put it past them. Drugvor coming in, and trying to get the kill there, but that wasn't really well coordinated here. Yeah, and Drugvor doesn't hit these shots either. Siege Giants are already moving through, and with now 2 at the top lane, that's definitely too much for Failstat to handle on his own. There needs to be a rotation from the heroes that are currently taking the camp here. Blaze actually nearly, I don't want to say going down, both of them actually need mana. So they're actually leaving the top alone. Talking about leaving things alone. Chris is moving in to take this here. Yeah, I'm not so sure about what's going on there. They definitely need a little bit more assistance. Hunter Gatherer on level 4. Another noob is running out of mana now too, but Darkcloud comes in and the rest of the team is assisting. So despite the fact that Imperius was snooping around a little bit, it doesn't really do anything. Interestingly enough, we have Failstat going into the updraft. So that's actually, I mean, okay, fair enough. Not really too horrible. I expected him to go into a Lightning Rod setup, but we don't get that from him. Alright, updraft. Okay. Let's see how much you can actually do with that. First tribute is spawning in 17 seconds, and so far it's simply a push in the middle of the map, but obviously that camp that we're seeing for 500 MS is going to give them solid value as it happens. But the top Failstat is the one who can still fall down. Oh, Failstat actually gets wrecked there by Hanzo. Perfect timing. Drugvor can now make the move down to the bottom of the map to help his team go straight in for tribute number 1. But he tries to stay top lane for a little bit more experience, apparently. Failstat will be able to fly into the middle, or at least he should be. I think the global is ready for him. At least I would be shocked if he doesn't have it. Mid lane, that camp is going to give value eventually to the team in blue, but it would have been even better for them if they pushed out the lane or even one more wave out of lane. Failstat flying in as expected. Hanzo still sitting topside, so it's a 4 versus 5 at the bottom of the map. So the blue team needs to be careful. Shouldn't really try to go for it, but instead just try to delay. They don't do that though, and that means that Maiev goes down. And Hanzo is going for the value topside, but at the bottom of the map we have another victim. And the tribute stolen away. 2 kills, but Hanzo gets at least the fountain and he gets this. So he's actually playing a little bit of a PvE game at the top of the map. Honestly, if they want to get that value, that's not necessarily a bad move, but if you find yourself at the bottom of the map in a 5 versus 4 fight, then the only thing you have to do is fall back and delay the objective. You have Johanna, you have Misha, you have Moonfire, you have so many tools where you can delay a channel and just interrupt it, and that will buy Hanzo even more time on the top side, And in addition to that, yeah, it gives you even more of an experience lead. So that's one of the things that they missed. Hanzo missed that rotation, and that's gonna be the end of him. That was an easy kill there. Interesting talents also on Maiev with a Ruthless Spirit right now. And in addition to that, we have the Sudden Vengeance here. When it comes to the talents, we have also now the Subterranean Shield. Maiev wants to go for the kill, but doesn't quite get against the Cypress, who, by the way, went into Boomerang. I want to highlight that again. Volskaya actually went into Boomerang here. So, yep, that is going to give them the wave clear that they need. There's a little bit of a jump that we have up to the top. Next tribute coming up. Volskaya has stolen the camp and gets wrecked. But Maiev has also been eliminated. So yeah, we have a couple of Clown Fiesta plays all over the map, going in deep into enemy territory to get some wingman value, and it worked, but they lose the hero in the process. The second tribute still goes to LFXT, so they grab that. And yeah, they just... I mean, stuff is happening. I'm not saying that there's a plan, some kind of master plan or any sense or reason behind it, but stuff is definitely happening right now. And it's happening in favor of LFXT. They lost, I guess they lost the wall, and they also lost, of course, some of the sustained top lane with the fountain being dropped and the fort down to half HP. But with 2 tributes already in their hands, they at least have the lead on the objective right now. So that's not really too bad. There's just pings all over the place again. Volskaya is getting his value with the Boomerang at this point. And we're just waiting for the level 10 talents to be dropped. But also, talking about dropping things, Imperius gets lunged through to move away as the gank was about to hit him, actually. And let's go. Cam taken. Yeah, you might not have enough time to take this one. Yeah, there's a little bit of a discussion going on, apparently. Do we take it? Do we not? Guys, you have level 10. Just go in and force a fight if you can right now. I can't wait for the gust out of the Ring of Frost, by the way. That has to happen eventually. I mean, this is... yeah, the trap on level 9 against level 10. It's going to be magnificent. Okay, they're going straight in. There's the delivery system. And that's the kill against Hanzo. That was actually well coordinated. Like, what the hell is this? There's the cage. There's the gust. There's the Ring of Frost. Press your R button. Press R. And they get the kill, and they should get Rexa now as well. Yep. Rexa gets wrecked. And one interrupt over here. Maiev rushing away, but that's a curse. That's a curse, baby. And yeah, they're going for the channel. And they... What is he doing? What was that? I believe I can fly. Barrow rolls away. I'm safe, boys. I'm scouting. So yeah, going full into the bush here. Honestly, if there would have been a move, like if there was a Johanna with a blessed shield and a little bit of damage behind her, they could have gotten the kill right there. But yeah, as it stands, they got the first fort, and with the curse, they obviously are going to try and get a bit of value here. Question is how much can they get. Volskaya has moved to the top lane and is putting the pressure onto Hanzo. Yeah, if there was a little bit of vision on him, he would be dead for sure. Talking about being dead, in the middle of the map, we're seeing the towers getting dropped here. Okay. Top lane, Volskaya is still get the value here. Yep, should also get a couple of stacks together now for his level 1, obviously. And the arrow hits completely. Nice arrow, but I don't think they can get a kill. Or can they? Well, they can. With that Twilight Dream follow-up, it's definitely possible. And they might even get a second one. They're going for Nuburak. The Beetle barely getting out there. Curse, Volskaya flying in, and Ancestral coming through, and that's a gust into the nothing. Not a single tower shot. Well, maybe one. The gust was there, and Volskaya is finally falling victim to his suicide tendinitis here. So, yep. Goes down. That's a chronic disease, by the way. That's a chronic thing that he has. There's nothing they can do about it. But he definitely has some suicidal thoughts here. Committing Sudoku all over the place. And... I mean, the gust. It's just like, guys, just gust them in the towers. The towers are one-shotting them. Didn't quite work that way. But with 6 kills against 4, they're still ahead in kills, and they have taken 2 forts down. So who am I to argue? It works out regardless. With this one, we have now 22,000 damage on the main damage dealer for the red team, which is Imperius. Both of the teams are going for boss, by the way. And yeah, 17,000 damage for Maiev, top damage on the other side. Hanzo is sitting at 9. Hanzo has the lowest damage on the team. What the hell just happened? Hanzo has less damage than Malfurion and Rexa. What's going on here? What am I witnessing? Like, what? Okay, I mean, fair play. Hanzo has 9,400 damage. Someone didn't pay attention in math. Geometry is apparently not that simple. Now level 13 is ready for the red team. We currently have Falster who died 3 times again. So Cypress is a little bit suicidal here. Defense at the top. The arrow connects! The blessed shield! That was a cross-map arrow! A cross-map arrow connects and they lose 2 heroes regardless. The problem is, guys, despite the fact that the hero connected, you're still fighting a 4 versus 5. You need to learn to count. Apparently, Hanzo's not the only one who has a problem with math. It's also the rest of the team. 1, 2, 3, 4, many. That's apparently the way this is going for 500 MS right now. I mean, the arrow was glorious, don't get me wrong. That arrow was fantastic. The problem is you're still fighting 1 hero down. But yeah, that was a European arrow if I've ever seen one. Take note, North America. The mounted archery is coming in now on level 13, wearing the shadow armor. Outside of that, we are seeing, well, Flow Rider taken. And yeah, it's a glorious game. It is a glorious game for sure. So now we have 5 kills to 9. Yeah, Jaina wants to go for the camp all the way towards the top right now and is moving in together with Rhaegar again, so the added wave clear that he offers with the lightning shield is going to help them to get this a little bit quicker. Quests completed, very few by the way. We're still waiting for Hanzo to complete his level 1. I mean, Hanzo has pretty much been playing PvE for quite some time. I guess that's one of the main reasons why his damage output is pretty low. But he connects his arrows. I mean, you gotta give it to the guy. His arrows connect. And he has the top siege damage in the game. And if we learned anything from the specialty class that Blizzard blessed us with at the beginning of Heroes of the Storm, then it is that top siege damage is all that matters for some heroes. Maybe not for an assassin, but, well, someone got to do it. Alright, Epicenter. I like this in Uberak. Look at that bad boy. Epicenter is in. And they're trying to go for the channel here. You have a talent advantage, by the way. They have a talent advantage and they just give us the tribute. Okay, okay. I mean, again, we call that mercy, by the way. So we call that mercy. If you have an advantage, a big one, in a team fight, a stats and talent advantage, and you don't take the fight. But well, talking about taking fights, apparently they want to battle it out anyways. Yeah, Misha's on the move. I don't know what they're doing. But there comes the cage. Apparently the blue team wants to fight this. No talent, no problem. They just go straight in for it. They want to force the battle here against their opponent despite the fact that they're down to level 16 talent. It's actually glorious. But yep, here comes the Wrath. They go for Rhaegar and they get Rhaegar. But here comes the turnaround. Now Misha is down. They might get more. Malfurion is dead. And I guess, well, with Imperius down, that's at least something. It's a bit of a trade, but Maiev has also fallen. And it's still a 3 versus 3 with the blue team on the run. Could have done even a bit more here. But now we're having the 16 talents at least ready on both sides. So it's a bit of an amazing situation for both of... Falstad went to the top and then flew to the bottom. Okay. Calls were made. Calls were made and calls were followed. But yeah, this is definitely all over the place right now. It's controlled chaos. Controlled chaos. And Misha is currently controlling it completely. My little pony just sits at the side and is like, I don't give a shit. I'm going to channel this thing through. Who gets the kill? Hanzo! Hanzo! And he gets away! Okay, this time he gets actually out. I think if Falstad would have tried to... Falstad could have gusted, honestly. I think Falstad had a kill opportunity here. And that's 2 tributes against 1 now. And they're going for another European arrow! European arrows all over the place. Did he actually miss an arrow so far? I mean, honestly, Hanzo's damage might not be the best, but that guy is connecting every single arrow no matter where it comes from. I mean, he can hit those things blind. You tell him where you are, where the opponent is, and he connects it. That's a magnetic arrow right there. That thing is a homing missile. He has a special talent. It's the homing missile on level 16. Screw the arrows here. That guy is an absolute boss. He might suck in damage, but he's connecting all of that. Actually, he started to catch up a little bit. 20,000 now at least. And look at that siege damage! Come on, boys. It's all that siege damage. Despite that, I also love how Imperius is still the top damage dealer for the red team, regardless. But as we're looking at the next fight, we have 10 kills against 11 guys. They are cutting it close here. 500 MS. They want to come back into this. They want to force game number 3, and they might just be able to pull that off. LFXD has their heroic abilities up again, so Hanzo has an arrow. Rhaegar's on the move. Support isn't there yet, so they're probably going to wait for him if they can. Imperius is going to flank from behind. And there's the interrupt. And Malfurion should be toast. Yeah, and he dies. And there's the setup. Falset is also down again. The bird goes into the KFC bucket. Khaldor fried chicken. So does Hanzo. He's dead too, but Anubarak dies. Kills everywhere. They're stacking up for the damage. And that's 3 versus 3 as Maiev falls and Rhaegar dies. A 1 versus 1 is fought on both sides right now. The little pony is going up against the penguin. And Jaina realizes that she's gonna lose this one. But Imperius wants the kills, and another noob is sitting there and saying like, I can do this. 1 down, 2 to go. Misha comes back and Imperius is just striding tall, saying, I got this, boys. I got this. Despite the fact that they pretty much killed everybody, he's just sitting there saying like, boys, I don't have a problem with that. And he's about to get a kill. Run, Rexa, run. Imperius doesn't give a shit. He's just sitting there, looking them straight in the eye and asking like, yeah, what you gonna do? And here comes the bird. I don't know why False didn't just fly for this one. Okay, they get the kill. They get the kill and they're gonna get that tribute, don't they? Oh, this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. What an incredible game. No time like the present. Go for the boss. Yeah, that's not gonna backfire at all. Half a level away from 20, and they made a call in plain sight that they're gonna go for the boss. It's a 5 versus 4, but so far the blue team hasn't given a shit about being down 1 hero. Do they start now? Hanzo's arrow could connect for sure. Well, here comes a little bit of damage. Okay, apparently they let this one go. Or do they? Yeah, maybe not. Johanna moves in. Here's the arrow. Please. Yeah. Okay, the Gust, they lose 3 heroes. Ring of Frost hits nothing because False that gusts everybody away. 3 heroes down, but they at least took the boss. Oh, it is brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant. Level 20 is ready. Play of the game. I think you delivered that already a few times. Cold snap for Jaina. Okay, kill command. Yeah, I wouldn't look at that boss too closely. At that point, I would be very wary about going for another boss call, considering how the last one went. Hanzo at the bottom of the map is still very eager to make sure that the boss doesn't get the keep, and I mean, he is delivering. The problem is that he needs to connect the play of the game right now. Okay, he's gonna get that. There's already the move towards the top. 3 heroes still down. I mean, that's an easy one. That's an easy one. That's an easy kill, by the way. Again, the suicidal tendencies that we have on the side of Falstad are legendary. I don't know why they didn't get the kill, to be honest with you, because that was to be expected. But there's the boss. Up to the top. Ah, the keep survives. Both of the keeps still in play. Down here, yep, that was stolen away, but there's the moment of truth. How much value can you get? They're trying to break through the top lane. Honestly, I mean, they could have done a little bit more there in the middle. Talking about the middle, that's where the red team is currently positioning themselves. Johanna is making us guess what's going to go on there. But let's see. They want to go for the top keep. Time to shine, ladies. That's the moment. That's the moment to make the play. Mid lane is getting pushed, bot lane is getting pushed. They're gonna get 2 forts there, very likely, but can they go for a top keep maybe? That's the main question. Misha at the front. They have most of their heroics ready. Most of them are ready. And this is a 5 versus 5 fort change. We haven't seen too many of those. We're seeing one now though. And there we go. They're pulling their way into it, slowly and steadily. 1 fort down, the one in the middle eliminated. Over here, Falstad is taking care of it. Here comes the push. up at the top. Trying to go for the keep, not so far. There's the wind tunnel. The arrow connects again. The ring of frost. Yeah, actually does something too, but not enough. And the kills keep coming, or do they? Yes, that's going to be the first one. Maiev is in trouble. Actually, it's Misha that dies first. Nuburak is also dead, so is Rexa. After Misha died, he didn't want to live anymore either. I'm waiting for Volskaya to make a fly towards the top. But apparently he's on cooldown, or we go... Ah, there we go, there we go, there we go. Volskaya is making the plays, boys. Volskaya is making the plays, and Volskaya is actually surviving. That would have been too cool. Okay, Dragwar gets wrecked, that's the end of Hanzo, and it seems like they're gonna get the Snazzy Penguin too. That's 20 kills against 18. Oh, what a game. What a game. Okay, let's have a look at... Oh, Hanzo, look at him. Hanzo is actually taking the top damage right now. Hanzo top damage on his team for Siege and also for hero damage. And guys, that should pretty much be the end of it, right? I mean, that's an open core right there. Yeah, and they're going for it, alright. There we go, 52,000 still, and they're going for the core at this point. Ah, Maiev is coming back and Rexa, but they're actually burning this pretty quickly. The little pony still standing there. Can they defend? They're gonna try. There's the wind tunnel though, and with 50%, it seems like that's gonna be lights out now. 20 kills against 18, nicely done. The Ring of Frost damage, and that is it. LFXD with a 2-0 victory against 500 MS in Division 7. GG and well done. Hey guys, thanks for watching today's video, and I hope that you enjoyed the match and the commentary. The remaining time of the video has been added to protect against spoilers caused by the length of the video itself. But please keep in mind, though, that this does not only mean more work for me, but also has a negative impact on the popularity of the videos and the channel because of YouTube's algorithms. It would be greatly appreciated if you'd consider supporting the channel and help me to continue the daily esports coverage by clicking the join button below the video or supporting me through the Patreon page linked in the video description. Thanks a lot for the support, and see you guys next time.